This is the internet's most evil, despicable, and rotten content creator, and I'll die on that hill. Everybody's been getting open about their trauma with Atsu recently, so I thought it was a good time to come clean as well and address my drama with Tectone, someone I previously respected. Now, I've always had an up and down love-hate relationship with this guy. We agree on some things and massively disagree on others, but my drama or trauma with Tectone is a lot deeper than
"He called my favorite Genshin character mid,"
or
"He said this character I play as a main DPS is actually a sub DPS. Oh my lord, Tectone, kill yourself."
No, my trauma with Tectone is much deeper than some petty cornball soy boy opinion over a video game. I was born in the hood. I have bigger issues than beefing with somebody online. Usually I let things slide, but my issue with Tectone is a lot more serious, and I know a lot of you actually don't know the context on what happened between me and Tectone, so I'm gonna fill you in on context and write you a timeline so you can know what exactly happened that filled me with so much ire. I've only been a gacha creator for a few months at best, but Tectone is the sole creator I knew of before entering this space. I never actually watched his content, but he was a creator I knew of at least by name. See, I did dabble in his videos here and there over the last 3 or 4 years, but it wasn't until he posted a waifu ranking video that I actually watched his video fully.
Megumin sweeps again. As death sweeps again. As death.
This is where everything began. You see, to me, that had to be one of the most smooth-brained goo-goo gaga baby takes I'd ever seen in my life. And truthfully, it was almost enough to make me hate Tectone to the point of becoming racist. But I held back my rage and I decided to look into Tectone's character and see for myself if he was truly as slow as that video made him seem. It was then that I went down the rabbit hole of Tectone dramas and decided to make a video on him called "Is Tectone Twitch's Biggest Scumbag?" That video was actually my return to YouTube, fun fact, and for those of you who haven't seen it, spoiler alert, that video wasn't enough to convince me. After that, I decided I didn't want to associate with someone who would blatantly disrespect my parasocial lovers, so I stopped checking out his content. That was until honkai entered the gaming scene. Tectone was at the forefront of HSR with people betting their life savings on wagers. Will Tectone be loved? Or will he be hated? Let's just say HSR, as opposed to Genshin Impact, welcomed him with open arms, and that raised eyebrows for me. So I made another video titled "The Duality of Hoyoverse," and I feel like there's a good amount of you that know me because of that video, and that was probably your first interaction with my channel. Why? Because Tectone reacted to it, liked it, and then sent y'all my way. And while I do appreciate you all, I do not appreciate Tectone, simply because he thought the video was all jokes and memes when I was being dead serious. I don't forgive him for what he said about Saber, and not only did he fail to apologize, but he doubled down on his stupid take.
Okay, bro, okay. Let me tell you why that's based. Because they're not a real human. They are literally just a piece of art. Yes, the bigger your boobs are to a degree, and the bigger your ass is to a degree in anime, it's gonna make you hotter.
So I had no choice but to address the drama in a follow-up video where Tectone thought it would be oh so funny to say this. Yup, this is not an edited photo. He really said this. Go check for yourself. Just ignore what I said. So after that, I tried to stay far away from him, which didn't last long because he was caught up in some more Bill drama not even a month later, including some other CCs. Unimportant to my drama with Tectone, but it still happened, so I'm including it in the timeline. Time skip months later and I created a video called "The 7 Deadly Sins as Genshin Impact Content Creators," which was initially a video I came up with because of Asian Guy's stream, but of course a 7-person video can't only be filled with 1 person, so I had to come up with 6 more people to fill those positions. Also, sneaky shout out to Hex Juice, because apparently around the same time I made that video, she had the same idea, and hey, you know what they say, great minds think alike, we're on the same wavelength. But of course, one of the people I included in said video was Tectone, and despite being on the thumbnail, like I said, he was not the inspiration for that video, and this was also technically my debut in or gateway into the gacha space. Now, Tectone reacted to that video and still failed to apologize for what he said about my beloved Saber. Keep in mind, I was actually in the hospital in real life at the time he reacted, so not only was I in physical pain, but his failure to own up for his actions also put me in mental distress, and he probably thinks that's comedy gold. But note that this video was made many months after the initial drama, so I had time to mature and I had time to forgive. I was also dealing with a lot of IRL issues, and so I felt felt it was wrong for me to paint Tectone strictly in a negative light, so I included him in another video where I gave him his flowers instead of criticism. Needless to say, the video was well received, but it didn't spark the apology that Tectone had owed for all these months on end. Rage and anger waiting for an apology just building and building and building inside of me until, like anything, it eventually flowed over. And so I said, I bet if Tectone won't grow up, neither will I. So I made a diss track on different gacha creators where I said the following about Tectone.
Take one, take who, Tectone, take two. Crack the egg to his dome, now let me see it through. I'm cracking this egg across the dome on his cranium. I wipe out every eggie chilling in your stadium. I rock with the eggies, but it's for the best, cause old fat boy skipped say before S10. And that's a cardinal sin that I can't forgive, so Tectone should no longer live.
And this technically comes later on in the timeline, but I'm including it here just cause it's the same thing. But yeah, I spun back and also said this.
Tectone is, y'all shut up, Tectone. Y'all shut up. Hey, y'all shut up and make some beats, Tectone. Shut your, oh my, I hate you, Tectone. I hate you, egghead. Go make some drums, titanium cranium. Yo, Loro, get your mans, bro. I'm about to tweak out. Yo, Loro, get your, yo, Tectone, shut up and make, oh my god, Mr. Pokey, you see what you've caused? You see what you do, Mr. Pokey? Oh, Tectone, I wanna, when I get my hands on you, Tectone.
Now admittedly, I was immature and childish for that. I was acting on emotion and I apologize. What I don't apologize for is having my anger for Tectone reignited. I tried to leave it at that, play it cool and keep doing my thing, which is when HSR showed us a character named Robin. And let me tell you something, from the instant penacony drop, I loved this character. And on dead dogs, nobody liked Robin when penacony released except for me and maybe Mina Aoyama. But then simply to spite Twitter, Tectone started to pretend like he liked her too. Now normally I'd be happy about people enjoying my beloved Robin, but the problem is that he did it out of spite, not out of love. Out of spite towards Twitter, out of spite towards haters, and out of spite towards me. So consider me as an official Tectone hater once again at this point. Bada bing, bada boom. Time passes, I make a video on my idol and Oshi, Ruby, which ultimately came down to pure chance. I think about who I want to make a guide on next, and suddenly some atsu drama arises. Again. And you know who that involves. Tectone. Again. So ladies and gentlemen, now we've arrived to present time, and Lord knows what'll happen from this point forward. That was the timeline on my hatred for the internet's most evil content creator, and my personal trauma with him. I hope that more survivors of Tectone are able to open up about their traumatic experiences with him, and then move forward. And I plan to let the drama end here and simply move on with my life. If you want to make amends, then give me $5 trillion. PayPal in the description. But I'ma catch y'all boys and girls in the next one, alright? We out this piece. Yup.